Ba, 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 da, ba. Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, hello. I don't know if I'm actually live yet, but hello, welcome to the sound test room. Just trying to get on my stream again. So yeah, today's just going to be. I'm just going to do an afternoon with KORG iM1, and if I blinking heck get on my stream, I'll be able to see if there's anybody here. I don't expect many people will be here at the moment. So KORG iM1 is one of those keyboards, one of those synths that kind of has a sound from everything, and it was an absolute classic back in the day. Two people watching. If someone could just let me know they can hear me okay, that would be very kind of them. Thank you. Oh, only one person watching now. It's probably me. Anyway, for anyone watching later, iM1 is a marvelous, marvelous instrument. Not only can you program it to do whatever, hey, Melvin's here, or Machine Storm's here too, excellent. So iM1 is capable of some amazing sounds. It comes with a couple of IAPs, which aren't very expensive considering you get all these extra packs. So I'm not going to have a blast through all this stuff. I think it's marvelous. It's one of those synths, PAL, hey, hi, would be great as an AUV. It would, wouldn't it? So most of the KORG apps would be great as AUV3s as well. I agree. I think that's, really, it would be really great if KORG made everything that was in Gadget like an IAP. Hi, Jan. And so, Spider's here as well. Whoa. Spider's at work waiting for his pizza to arrive. So pretty much anything you pick here is pretty cool. I mean, it's based on hardware. It's exactly the same sounds, only infinitely more reliable. Lovely. I've never bothered actually messing with it, you know. That's a famous sound, isn't it? We have these combis as well. Combis are nice. Have me sustain pedal. So I think it's lovely for all sorts of stuff, but I think it shines it progressive and kind of synth wavy. Oh, finished watching Stranger Things 3. Oh, man, the end. The end. The excitement. It was awesome. Weather map. Do you know what? I can't, the occasional times I actually try and make a patch. Pardon me. I've done a glass of Coke. I have terrible trouble thinking of names for patches. And you look at people like Spider and other sound designers and stuff, and they come out with all these great patch names, and I think, how did you do that? They have a lot of a lot of split. Lovely. A lot of velocity layering. But I base my patches on themes, which helps the yes it does actually. That's probably why me and Cons don't have too much trouble giving album titles names. We kind of pick a theme, you know, and stick with it. Strings. You know, you will have heard probably all these sounds in iM1 on records during the 80s and 90s. Did it come out in the 90s? Was it the 90s? I think it was the 90s, wasn't it? In the 90s and noughties. When it was hugely popular synth. It's weighed a blinking ton and all. Back in the day, it seemed that synth producers would rather make stuff out of steel, which isn't a bad thing unless you're trying to carry it around. Let's see, voice choir. It does have a lot of really nice sounds, you know. If anybody's a Patreon, by the way, and hasn't checked their thing this morning or been there, I've just put a video on Patreon, how to make a massive ambient boom and in AUM, it's a short one. And I've also included 2 sample downloads for it and also links to the free page, you know, the Patreon free stuff. It has tons and tons of patch banks and all sorts of stuff. So if any patrons are watching and haven't checked that out, you should definitely check that and then go and check them links. Super brass. It's super 80s, isn't it? Really? Pyramid. They're very interesting names. Who knows what it's going to sound like? I've no idea. That's very cool. You all right? What fell over? Something fell. Sounded like something fell over. That's a cool sound as well. Came out in 1988. Used to see loads of bands at Top of the Pops, I know. I didn't have one, but I had. I used to, like, a friend of mine in Spain. He had one, and I borrowed it off him and messed with it for a bit. And the sounds were very, like this kind of thing. And then I was playing keyboards in a band for a little bit in Spain as well, like cabaret band. And they had a. I didn't use my keyboard. They had a KORG Karma, and I used that. That was a lush sounding synth. That was. They do make great quality synths. Let's be honest. Bass and piano. It's the. Do you know what it is? It's the classic. What's iM1 piano. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Dynafusion. Dynafusion. Oh, the keyboard's popped up, look. What's that? Afternoon. Gimbal says, afternoon, Doug, and everyone. What a pleasant surprise while having a late lunch. Oh, bless you. Thank you very much. I think Spider's about to have his lunch as well. I've just had mine. I had a baked potato. I'm not supposed to have potato. Brilliant. Techno funk. So let's see what's in this preset here. I think these must be. Spider's pizza's just arrived. Nice. Wind ensemble. This might be like a kind of an orchestrally thing. That's nice, isn't it? That's nice. too loud, really. Drums. Get onto the multis instead. I might be missing some stuff. I don't know, actually. I know. I'm here till next Tuesday, going through the sounds. No, I just thought I'd do it. I just thought I'd get on here. Thing is, my favourite thing is playing the synths and stuff, and there's so many blinking great synths. I can do a live stream it, just like I'm sitting at home, which I am. But and like if I'd be playing in the afternoon, so I thought, well, you know what? Why not? I'll just live stream this stuff, And some people might find it interesting to hear all these. Oh, that's a nice sound, isn't that? Well, must also give a massive shout out to Accurate Beats as well, because he posted a video yesterday. Very moving. He's very sad. He's got a brain tumor, and he posted this video. That was the title of the video, and in it he explains what's going to happen to him, and he's got to have some surgery and stuff like that. But the guy's such an influence on a lot of people, and he's very, very, very good. And he has occasionally popped in to the live streams as well, but he's quite a big YouTuber, And but yeah, very sad. So if you guys know his website and stuff, or his YouTube channel, go over there and show the guy some love and leave a comment and stuff, or whatever. Watch his video. Anyway, that was I wanted to just mention that. Yeah, it's really sad, isn't it? It's on his YouTube channel. It's not like a big secret or anything. He did post the whole video was about that. He just wanted to explain what's going on, and yeah, it's a tough watch, to be fair, and it was clearly tough for him to make as well. Piano talk. slap flute. I don't know. I think if they were going to do an OW1, I think they might have already done it. It's even possible that they might have already done it while they were still, even before Gadget, you know. So I don't know if they'll do it now. They sent him in more kind of... Mind you, I was going to say gadget oriented, but however, that's... They did release the iElectribe Wave, didn't they? The iElectribe Wave, they dropped the I for that, which was their first foray into proper wavetable synthesis. Although that sounds very wavetablish, doesn't it? Although it's FM. I think there's a couple of synths that are essential if you're going to do synth wave, and this is one of them, innit? Because you've kind of already got all your classic synth wave. Whoop, that might have been a bit loud. You see, it might have been all your classic synth wavy sounds already in there. So we have a look at a thingy as well. WaveStation, kind of the same thing. Oh, actually, I quite like WaveStation because it's got all these cool, got all these cool sequences. Now all this stuff, yeah, I'm telling you, all this stuff you've heard, people have used it for years and years. And I'll tell you what it was. DX7s, iM1s, these were synths that were ridiculously complicated to program. And don't forget, back in the day when these guys came out, you know, there was no software editors or computer software. You had to go in, unless you were KORG and can plug it into the machine, you know, the machine, which is kind of like the big computer, I guess, for programming stuff. But even so, if you look at an iM1, it's got a titchy tiny screen and hardly anything else. There's like a couple of knobs in there, like one data wheel or something. Can you imagine programming something like that? So what would happen is people would buy them. Bands would buy them, big rock stars and studios. And of course, there was so many sounds that it just was nobody programmed them except for the DX7, which had about 32 presets, which everybody used. So that's why you hear the same sounds. And that's why the DX became so synonymous with the 80s, because everybody used the same bass sound, everybody used the same brass sounds, the same piano sounds. don't know which is my favorite. You know, I love the WaveStation because it has all these kind of. That's not one of them, but it has these kind of has all that kind of cool, funky sequence of stuff going on, you know, and it's just, it's just very. I think the sounds are better. I like you get more stuff. Great for backing tracks. Yeah, it is. It's just awesome. A DX7 Mark II for 2 weeks in '89. Took it back. I had no clue. Exactly. No clue. And you get like 32 patches and you think, whoa. A D10 instead, and totally crap now, but they had multi-timbral back then. I love the sound of the old synthesizers. And it's not like even saying, "Oh yeah, man, it's the analog vibe thing." I think some digital synths do an amazing job of sounding analog. You can't really tell. People say you can, but you can't. You can. You can't. You can. I can. You can't. This is a crappy article, but it's an interesting sound. I mean, I remember in the 80s and 90s, I guess, as well, being absolutely shocked and stunned and amazed when you'd hear stuff like synthesized voices or sampled voices, PCM samples. Of course, now it's incredible what you can do, but I don't know if we'll ever get that kind of wow factor back that we had starting from about 1979 all the way up to about maybe 95, when synthesizer technology just went boom, and you know, every couple of months there was something brand new from Yamaha or KORG or Roland and something, or you know, and you'd hear this new stuff and you'd be going like, what the heck? How did is that even real? You know, fantastic. I don't think we'll ever get that back now because we're flooded with so much cool stuff. And we must be running out of ways to synthesize stuff now. I'll change the title of this: An Afternoon with KORG iM1 and iWavestation. Let's discuss the 80s. A friend of mine bought a DX7 at a car boot for 40 quid. Do you know what though? You can still get them on Amazon for about 140 quid. They're a synth that just haven't held their price because they're hard to program and there's no presets. 32. The only reason to have a DX is to go, I've got a DX7. Other than that, there's no real point, you know. Sounds like that are inspiring. I still, Gimbal says, I still like to use everything in my collection of hardware, though the broom cupboard studio is bursting now. And Geosin said the one for me was the Korg Trinity. Cost thousands when it came out, but sounded so clean and big. Yeah, the Trinities were nice, weren't they? I don't think I ever played the Trinity, but I think my friend had a Triton. Was the Trinity like the bigger version of the Triton? I always wanted to have a go at an M3 or a Radius. Particularly wanted to have a go with Radius. I thought they looked super cool. And the M3s just sounded, Michael Jackson's keyboard, musical director used M3s. So, they do brilliant. Trinity was the first, Trinity was first, then the Triton, right? And then Korg brought out tons and tons of cool stuff, like the KORG, the KORG XL, then the Micro X. The Micro X had like 1.5 octave keyboard, but the sounds were epic, but you could always just MIDI it up. Can't get them. They're expensive now, if you find them. And the Micro KORGs as well, the original, the first one, the ones with the wooden end plates. The ones that look really retro, really don't even look like synth. They held their price massive. I mean, they still make them, so brilliant. They have a lot of depth, don't they? You're playing history, people. History. See, Spider, I don't know if he's still here. He's probably eating his pizza. Spider's a big, massive gadget user, so I guess he uses quite a lot of this in his stuff. And I know he's got one of those Spiders here. You've got, what is it that you got Spiders apart from being a massive gadget user? I'm guessing you use the iM1 thinking gadget. What is it, Darwin or something? Oh no, this is the WaveStation, isn't it? Whatever that's called in gadget. But you've got what is it, a JT800, the mega massive thing that the Sunrise is based on. KORG MS-10. Oh, the MS-10. The classic MS-10 story. Available on Patreon. KORG Chrome 88. Oh, do you like the Chrome? 88 key, gosh. Excuse me. Cinema God Pad. Let's play some God chords then, shall we? I quite liked it years ago when it came out. The look, what was it called? The King KORG, KORG. I liked the accessibility of all the effects and the functions on the front. I thought that was pretty cool. No menu diving, basically. The chaser's hand and then twiddle away to your heart's content. That looked pretty cool. I've never even seen one in real life. Watched a few YouTube videos. Holy organs. It's what's really nice. Yeah, it does sound great. And it looked to me, the King KORG just looked like it was like super fun to program. Look at you just like select this patching and you've got all the effects kind of here, sort of thing, and then all the other controls here, and he's just got all these big knobs and stuff to play with. And we all like playing with big knobs, if we're honest. Yeah, cool. It is old now. See, the old ones are the best. Look at this Blofeld thing. Weighs a blinking ton. It's ancient. Still, it's the best blinking keyboard I've ever played. I'm not saying it's the best sounding synth I've ever played, but the keyboard, I've never experienced a keyboard like this in my life. It's just rapid. I think what it is the tops of these keys. I think they've got like a very, very slight curve on them. And they're very, very, very nice to do smooth. And it's got a nice, it's quiet as well. Rarely considering. I'll tell you, you can't. There's just you can do everything with iPad synth that you can do with hardware, even the sound quality. You just can. It's just. It's a good sound. Let's see. Epic. Cool beans. That's what I mean. It's got all this cool sequence stuff, which is, you know, very difficult to use in anything realistically. But great fun to play with. iOS is great for dabbling, lots of fun. Can be integrated nicely with hardware. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true as well, Spidey. It's the integration as well. It's fun. I mean, but to be fair, you could, if you didn't never have another hardware synth and you just had a MIDI controller and the iPad. It's very. I think it's also really, really difficult to tell these days the difference between hardware and software. If you're listening to on an album, it's very, if someone said to you, "What is it? Is it hardware? Or is it software?" Not a lot of people actually know. IS, but IS is viable standard. But yeah, it's apps. That's what I'm saying. It's an absolutely viable standalone. You do not need any hardware whatsoever. You can do it all with an iPad. I mean, you can do it all with a DAW, but even better now, you can literally do it all with it. I mean, Colin don't use nothing else now to record, only the iPad. You record hardware synth and you use hardware to record into it, but use all the iPad synth and the iPad Cubases to record everything, and everything is swapped around file-wise via the iPad, you know. It really is. It's really incredible thing. You listen to Spider's work with Gadget or what other people have done, Frozen Lonesome, just epic. And it's only going to get better, isn't it? He's set. I think in the end we should just all think we're very lucky to have iPads hardware if we've got it, and you know, but the ability to link all this stuff together. I like the idea of using the iPad as the actual central brain of anything that I want to do. If I want to play a bit of bass in there, a bit of guitar, send projects, Colin, use all the marvelous instruments inside iOS, or maybe plug a hardware synth in, you know, it's just epic, innit? And then you can go down, sit downstairs, put your feet up and listen to your mix. Epic. It's fantastic, isn't it, really? you know what? You just keep coming across fabulous, fabulous, fantastic sounds. I mean, you could easily use that, couldn't you? If you were doing like kind of synthwavey thing, I mean. Or for anything. I love stuff like that. Stuff that sounds like it has movement within each key. It's, you know, or if you play a chord. So it sounds like it's tracing through the wavetable. Which I guess kind of what it is. Actually, I thought KORG said that Wave Electribe is their first venture into wavetable synth. Isn't this a wavetable synth then? Well, I Gimbal, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you don't think it was a wasted purchase based on something I'd said. Lovely. Vox arpeggios. Spectres. I think as well what happens is with these kind of synths, and a lot of my pitches due to thanks Audible. Oh, isn't it a shame no Apple stopped the blinking affiliate flipping heck. Anyway, these I think with synths like this, where there are literally probably over 1,000 patches, and over 1,000 patches in this, and there's over 1,000 patches in the Mode X, and there's 1,000 patches. Do you know, I'm not kidding. You can waste so much. This is the problem: is you can waste so much time looking for patches. By the time you find a patch you like, you've forgotten what you blinking wanted to record, or you found something else, and it's inspired you to do something else. This is, yeah, it is true. It's so true. You know, if it was just, so I mean, sometimes I think it's just good to get with a piano sound or an organ sound or a string sound, do something with that. And then when you've got the basis, the bones of the track, that, unless you find a really cool sound and you really want to use it, like you want to do something, quickly record something and then try and find some cool sounds to go over it. But man, you can waste time patch surfing. Not a bad thing. It's the same as surfing the internet, and it only with surfing sounds. Mod Wheeler. there's just so many, isn't there? Very, very classic 80s. Very brass. So many sounds, so little time. Gremlins. Probably better to start with a sound idea before going through patches. Couldn't agree more, Audible. It probably is the best idea, but will any of us take any notice? No, because we'll open our synth tomorrow and we'll go, ooh, what's this one do? I want a clap sound. You're looking for a clap sound, right? Yeah, you know what's this sound next to it? Ooh, I like that one too. And we go on and on and on all the live long day looking for patches and playing with sounds. Because that's half the fun, isn't it? String waves. Touch brass. Pianos. Some of these cards, which is it, this KLC. So before I go, I just want to pop back to the iM1 a sec. And when it does this, we've got to finish on the absolute. Hello, Joe. So we've got to finish on the absolute. Funny enough, I did spend a few hours last night going through the iWavestation patches and gadget, looking for something. And then went off tangent with another idea. You see, that's the problem. You see, got to finish with the classic. The classic M1 piano, probably the most used piano sound in dance music. But just that sound. That sounds nice. What other software are you using? Nothing, just the waves. No, just the iM1 now. Just the iM1. I think you might have joined a bit late. However, it is one of the most classic piano sounds ever used. In fact, so much so that you'll always find in synths or romplers, even in the Yamaha pianos, the Mode X's, you'll find the in fact in everything it uses patches for pianos. You'll find the iM1 piano, and they might not call it iM1, but some of them do. They'll go the M piano or stuff like that, you know. But it's that. This is the original one, people. The classic iM1 piano. Sounds almost harpish, doesn't it? Oh, up the top end. Or like if play it quiet, like an acoustic. Hard rock guys, say hi, Dave. That's really nice. I like that. So I'd quite happily use that now. Sounds nothing like a clav, but it is a nice sound. Dream Bell. Bit harsh. Well, this sounds interesting. I don't know about tonight's live stream. I don't know what that's going to be yet if I do one, but I might do one. I probably will. And but tomorrow night's live stream, I hope you can join me anyway for that. Tomorrow night's live stream at 9 o'clock. It's slightly later tomorrow at 9 o'clock. It's going to be called An Evening with Doug Woods and Colin Powell, and we're going to do like we're going to do some of the, you know, like we did last week with the Lily's Gone Mad stuff. We're going to do it with Sally Castor, which was the first one we released, and Colin's going to come along and talk about that. But I don't expect loads and loads of people, but for the people it's there, it should be fun. Anyway, guys, thank you for spending your afternoon with me and listening to iM1 and iWavestation 2. So I need to change the title. I have space. Look, it's only small. And yeah, brilliant. I hope to see you guys later this evening. But if I'm not on by 8 o'clock, I won't be streaming. But hopefully I will. With something, some sort of synth or something like this. God, you DJ Doolittle, he has the old iMan, not heavy. No way, it's on. Aren't they impossible to program? Right, guys, I'm going to go. Listen, brilliant, brilliant. I do appreciate you spending the afternoon here listening to the marvellous sounds of the KORG iM1 and the KORG iWavestation. It was a blast, it truly was. Anyway, brilliant, brilliant. I'm off now. I'm off. I've done it now, I can't believe it. Right, nice one, Doug. 2 hours to home time, and I can get back on iPad. Exactly. They are a nightmare. Exactly. I know. How do you find the seaboard? Never touched one myself. I had to get rid of it in the end. Didn't like it. I couldn't. It wasn't for me. I'm not saying it didn't sound amazing when it was played and stuff, but can't. It's not. But I think I'm too used to just playing keys. Wasn't kind of my thing. But there you go. Can't like everything, We can't like everything. Funny thing is, when I first got it and I played it, I loved it, and I really liked the expressiveness. Just touch it or push it, and the feel of it. The feel of it is nice. It's not a bad feeling, and it's very, very responsive. It's just I think that more of that was novelty value than actual. Could I use this long term sort of thing? Anyway, there you go. That was just me, though, I mean, many people love them, and there's nothing the matter with the quality of them, that's for sure. And the sounds are stunning that you get with the apps and stuff, incredible. All right, did you try the? No, never tried anything like that. Anyway, I'm going. Right, guys, I shall see you later. Yes, ta-ta.